Hello everybody, and welcome to my first edition of Redbeard Shaves. My name's Josh. This is going to be my first upload to YouTube, Redbeard Shaves. And I figured what better way to start out the channel than for you guys to get to know me a little bit. So today I'm going to shave with one of my current most favorite scents, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Old Salty. Love this scent. It's a nice clean scent. I have my brush soaking in water while I showered. I'm going to be using my Rich Man Shaving S1 Innovator Knot. I love these. I'm going to be using for the blade and razor a Edwin Jagger DE89 with my favorite blade, Pole Silver Super Iridium. So I'm going to get this lather going. I've been shaving for almost a year now. It'll be a year this next month. As you can see, I'm a head shaver. And just love everything about this rabbit hole diving in with wet shaving. Absolutely love it. I'm getting ready for work. I work graveyards, just starting out my first shift of my stretch tonight. So nothing better than a nice good shave before starting the work week. And this Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Old Salty is a nice clean aquatic. The best way I can describe it is if you're out on the ocean 60 or 70 miles away, maybe you're going tuna fishing or something, and you're out in the nice warm sunshine, and that's pretty much what it smells like. A good salty, clean air on just a nice warm spring or summer day. And this is CK6 formula, so for those of you who don't know, Douglas Smythe at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, or also known as PAA, came out with this CK6 blend this last year. It's a completely vegan base, and it is awesome. Has excellent slickness. It builds a lather like no other. And the post-shave feel is amazing. Absolutely love this stuff. So, hope you guys are all having a good week. Doing the grind like so many of us have to do. So what got me into head shaving is my grandfather gave me the wonderful beard and then also his male pattern baldness. And I decided that it was time for the hair up top to go. So I started with cartridge razors and just wasn't getting the result I wanted. I think I started with my Gillette Mach 5 and was just getting a lot of irritation and wasn't really getting the result. So then I moved towards, I was searching the internet and found a head blade, which I know works for a lot of people, but it did not work for me. It caused a huge amount of ingrown hairs and irritation. So I was like, there's got to be something else out there. And that's when I stumbled upon DE shaving. And I haven't looked back. So part of my idea with this channel, when I was new, brand new to wet shaving, look at that lather. I would be looking for videos on how to learn to make a lather or what blades or, all this stuff that draws us to YouTube to kind of learn about it. And I found on a lot of the channels, I'm going to wet my head real quick. A lot of the channels, they would just take kind of certain things for granted that we would already know. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to touch on, I'm using the PAA Cube. This is a great pre-shave. It's glycerin based, adds slickness, plus it's a lather booster. So I want to go over some of the very basics for guys that are brand new to wet shaving that I kind of had to stumble upon through trial and error. But then I'm also going to do soap reviews, razor reviews, blade reviews. So I'm kind of hoping on making it fun for everybody of all skill levels. And I'm still learning myself, so I kind of figure as I learn new things or new tricks of the trade, I'll share them with you guys. So whenever you add the cube, you just kind of rub it on and then bring up a little bit of a suds, which creates phenomenal slickness. And then you can lather up and go. And that's just what I'm going to do. So yeah, I work 12-hour shifts, and then I actually commute between an hour and a half to 2 hours each way. So having a great shave on my first day going in for my work stretch is a must. It just kind of gets things going on the right foot. It's so comforting and soothing. It's my kind of me time. I love it. Get these bristles worked in good, get some good exfoliation going, and then just kind of paint it on. So my first pass, I always go with the grain. I do a 2-pass and then a cleanup. And I've tried different ways. I've tried multiple passes. And what this works for me, this just works in bringing the least amount of any agitation or irritation. I'm able to get pretty much all the hair off. And I can, if I don't get a BBS each time, I'm pretty close. That's pretty good there. It's off my hands a little bit. So I am a sucker for clean aquatics. So when this scent came out, I was all over it. And it has definitely turned into one of my favorite scents. This soap has excellent slickness, both primary and secondary. So for those of you who don't know, primary slickness is the first time you go over with the soap. Secondary slickness is what's left on your skin after you've made that pass. How well the razor can glide, like if you're doing a little cleanup. You don't have to actually add more soap. I like a very fluffy lather. You will see why here in just a second when I go into my second pass. Something I have integrated into my routine to get the results I like. I found that currently on my head, a mild razor such as the EJDE 89 paired with a sharper blade is a really good pairing for my skin type. But I do plan on going through some aggressive razors with you guys. Kind of showing you how I work through that. And this just feels awesome right now. Not sure if you can hear the feedback, but these Edwin Jaggers have good feedback. kind of funny. I'm ambidextrous with a lot of things, but I have not gotten comfortable shaving with my left hand yet. So currently, I just do right-handed only. Big thing if you're new to this, when you're getting going, is you want to have a good grip on the handle, but you want to just let the razor do the work. One of the biggest things when I switched from a cartridge is I kept wanting to apply pressure, because I always did with a cartridge. And that's when these will most likely come up and bite you. So just work on getting your angle right, listening to your feedback, and let the razor just slide across. All right, you can do a quick rinse. So I bowl lather, but as you can see, I also do the equivalent of a head lather for me. It could be a face lather for you guys. I actually leave a lot of the good stuff in the bowl, unless I need to dip in again. Because after I do my second lather, I take all that wonderful lather goodness, and I've dubbed it frosting the top. I add that as an extra layer on top of what I'm creating right now. And that gives me just a phenomenal amount of cushion, glide, residual slickness for that against the grain pass. And it feels awesome. I love lather. I probably lather more than some people do. It's fun. Feels great. It's good for the skin. And it lets you be a little bit of a kid again, playing with stuff. It's pretty good there. So then I'm just going to scoop all this goodness into my hand. And then I'm going to frost the top. This feels so good, so silky, smooth. Feels great on the skin. Kind of even it out. Rinse off the hands. Now you guys will hear a little bit of sink noise. I like to get my blade super hot on this second pass. So I'm gonna get the water nice and hot. Pretty much the only thing I use an alum block for is I use it for grip on the razor. I don't use it for feedback on my skin. But it works excellent for grip on the razor. And then on my against the grain pass, since so much I'm doing blind off of feel and sound, is when I really depend on that secondary slickness, residual slickness, to carry me through. If I have a soap that's sticky or just doesn't have that, then I have to make smaller strokes, shorter strokes I should say, and then typically I have a little bit more of a cleanup to do. I will drop in the down below your screen both the links to PAA and to Richman Shaving, his Etsy shop, if you're interested in looking at any of these products. Around my ear, my hair kind of goes every which way, so that's why I see a little bit different in direction change there. I plan on going over mapping, because mapping the way that your hair grows or your whiskers grow is extremely important in getting the best shave possible and reducing the risk of nicks and cuts and irritation. So nice shave. Whole bathroom right now smells nice and fresh and clean. Soap is performing as I expect it to. Give a little rinse, see what I need to clean up here. Oh, that is good. Not going to take much cleanup at all. So I'm just going to gently nestle all this goodness right back out of the knot. Look at that. I love lather. I would rather over lather and have a little extra soap than none at all, or too light. I mean, you can always mix, if you mix up a little less than you need, you can always whip up a batch real quick, but I'm okay with it. There's so many good soaps on the market that it's hard to reach the bottom of a tub if you go down the rabbit hole like I have, so a little extra soap's okay. That is another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do some budget soaps for people that are on a tighter budget. Lots of different razors, blades. So I hope it'll be fun. I hope you guys are interested in it. I hope I can help some people out that maybe are struggling with a little something regarding their shaving. If you have any questions for me or anything, please feel free. Just drop a comment below. That's pretty much it. I got a little bit of a trouble spot right there. But I mean, this razor and blade combo is just so efficient for my skin type that it doesn't take a whole lot for cleanup most of the time, unless I've just rushed things. So now I'm going to do a cold water rinse. Get all that soap off. I already tell you, oh, the slickness on this is just amazing. The feel on the skin feels so good. I'm going to do a quick dry off here. I always get lather in my ears. It just is what it is. And then I'm going to follow that up with some Humphreys Witch Hazel. A little splash on that will close the pores. Help if I did get a little aggressive with anything. Help calm that down. Just rub that in, even around my neck. Just helps tighten the skin. And then while I let that dry, I just actually most of the time start cleaning up some of my shave gear, especially on a day like today where I'm going to be going straight to work. Rinse out my bowl. And brush. I typically leave my soap open for the night to dry out before I'll put the lid back on it. I actually give it a little bit of a rinse. Any of that top foam that I missed, I'll just rinse a little bit of that out and then kind of dry off the container. So, yeah, any questions at all, throw them up there. Any suggestions? I mean, like I said, I'm still learning, so I'm okay if you guys are like, hey, have you tried this style, or have you tried this razor or this blade, or I'd really like you to go over this. I'm all ears for that. I just want us to have fun, learn a little something, but have fun. Fun, fun, fun. And enjoy wet shaving as much as I do. I hope you guys can. Rinsing out the brush there. Give it a good shake. And a little fluff. Look at that handle. Look at the sparkle and shimmer in that baby. And then I like larger handles. I mean, I do use some smaller handle stuff, you guys will see, but this really lets me where I know I'm not going to drop the brush. Has a good feel in the hand. It is important when you're working, especially with a badger or a boar brush, that you let it soak in some water for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I typically dunk it in the water while I'm taking my shower. Let those bristles get nice and hydrated, hold some water. It has good heat retention as well. That's pretty much dry, so now I'm going to add a little bit of unscented star jelly. This is also made by PAA. This is currently my favorite balm on the market. I do use multiple balms, but this stuff just really does the trick for me. And I didn't chase a BBS, but I have definitely achieved a BBS. The unscented star jelly does have a little bit of a menthol feel, which I am a fan of menthol, but this is like really light menthol. You just get a little bit of a tingle, but that tingle goes away typically within 10 minutes. So I witch hazel balm and then aftershave, because in that routine it gives me the head shine I like about an hour or so after my head shave. A lot of people will say to witch hazel aftershave and then balm if you use all three. This is just what works for me, and my skin doesn't dry out, so it actually has just an amazing feel. So that's kind of my routine on how I do it. But I do like to let that star jelly really soak in. So I wait a few minutes in between each administration. So that's why I just take the time to kind of clean my gear as I go. I like to use the just standard size barber towel. And I typically go through 2 of them per shave, but you can get them on Amazon for cheap, like a 24 pack for almost nothing. Set the blade up to dry for another use, since that was the first use. Dry off the razor. So then that's ready to load and go for the next shave. That's already absorbed in. And this star jelly, I mean, it just has a nice clean feel to it. It doesn't get tacky or sticky like some balms. I mean, it's a jelly, it's not a lotion, so it just absorbs fast. I'm going to use the matching aftershave, PAA Old Salty. You always want to give your aftershaves a good shake. Really mix up all those molecules, all that good stuff that's inside. Pour a little bit in the hand, rub it together, and just rub it in. And the smell is phenomenal. If you like aquatics, this is one you want to check out because it performs well and it just has an excellent scent. So put my glasses back on here. So that's pretty much it. Welcome to Redbeard Shaves. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a little bit about me and what I have ideas for the channel to go. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. Please comment. I always enjoy feedback. I always enjoy talking to you guys. That way I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself on the camera. So on that note, Redbeard signing out. Thank you.